Blessings, my sisters and brothers, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. Welcome to the Law of One study channel. I'm Robert. It is my honor and duty to share with you these messages of love and light from the Confederation, channeled through LL Research. Our question comes from Austin. He asks QO, my question falls in the system of polarity. I imagine that doing things out of an intention to better ourselves in order to serve better would be positive polarization. But what if we're doing these things just for the sake of ourselves? If we just want to be healthy? If we want to enjoy ourselves and enjoy life? Not necessarily with the ultimate intention of serving others through that means. Is that serving ourselves, or where does this fall on the spectrum of polarity? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. This is indeed a salient query, for the times in which you find yourselves experiencing much catalyst of a seeming division nature, and yet providing opportunities for those who wish to serve to do so, and those which ameliorate or attempt to ameliorate the divisions that now persist upon your planet. The difficulty with the planetary consciousness at this time is that many entities have not chosen either the positive or the negative polarity to pursue in their life path. And the query you raise is one which is within the boundary of the, shall we say, non-polarizing gravity well of indifference, as those of Ra have called it. Many there are which have moved into the level of attempting to be conscious of their own private experience, so that the manner of viewing the self is that which attempts to care for each portion of the mind, body, and spirit complex. However, most of the attention is given in these instances, which you mentioned, to the body and mind, attempting to become informed as to the best means of achieving the most balance of mind and health of body, with the intentions of extending the lifespan, shall we say, to enjoy the pleasures of life. The qualities of existence that in your particular country may be described as the American dream. To have those accomplishments of education, the result in successful employment, the results in emolument to pay for houses and cars and those accretements that aid in the convenience of the daily round of activities and style of life. This type of self-consciousness is neither positive nor negative, as we mentioned, for it is the intention to provide the basic necessities for the life experience that moves no further than the intellectual apprehensions of what makes the life more agreeable. At some point, this type of energy and intention has an opportunity to express itself in service to others for those great majority of entities that are now incarnate upon your planet, due to the seniority system of incarnations that allocate the incarnative opportunity to grow in a spiritual sense to those most likely to be able to do so. So that each entity now incarnate in the positive sense has programmed pre-incarnatively the opportunity to be of service to others at a certain point within the incarnative pattern. there will be catalysts offered that will invite the choice to be of service to others. The catalyst is of a great variety of potential means of expression, for each entity is quite unique, and will choose that which is in harmony with its own beingness and intentions in balancing the previous incarnations and their choices in the upcoming incarnation. It is hoped by each entity, then, in the positive sense, that this opportunity to serve others will become that which is paramount within the experience. This choice of service to others, then, at that point, marks the beginning of the opening of the Green Ray Energy Center and the conscious apprehension of the reason for the incarnation and the ability to see through the more illusionary the entity, seeing beyond the health of the self, seeing beyond the comfort of the self, seeing beyond the caring for the family, and looking to the expression of the service to others orientation in a conscious fashion. Therefore, the intention becomes altered to the degree that the self then looks beyond its own boundary to other selves and finds a means by which service may be offered that will operate to polarize the consciousness in the sense of this service to others opportunity. Is there a further query, my brother? Yes, just a clarification. I think I'm understanding that if there's an entity who is generally polarizing positively, and their focus for most of the part is upon serving others, and they maybe go out of their way to do something to enjoy themselves just for the sake of enjoying themselves and not for the sake of serving others, so long as it's not at the expense of another self, that activity is not actually positively polarizing, but it's not detrimental to the entity's positive polarity in itself. Is that true? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. This is true, for it is the intention that is the most important ingredient in such choices. The intention in the case which you described is not that which is desiring to be of service to others or of service to self by controlling others and separating from others, but is that which contains no polarizing possibility. For it is in the, shall we say, gravity well of indifference, indifference to the polarization process, and ignorance, shall we say, of that process's existence and opportunity to be utilized for any entity. I am QO, and we thank you, my brother. Is there another query at this time?